Hello, Dan.
Hi, Cindy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Welcome back, by the way.
Doing great. Thank you for
Long
having me
time
back.
no see.
It hasn't been that long. Hasn't been that long.
Now, what, like about a couple weeks?
Yeah. Well, I watched you on Wednesday. I watched you live on Wednesday.
Yes, you did. And I appreciate that. But yes, so we were just talking backstage. Brian and I are Brian's actually having pretty much fun with that too. So it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, he was cracking me up on Wednesday. He started.
At the end,
He just
he's
lost it at
crazy.
the end. Like he started laughing and laughing and laughing. I'm like, I started laughing with him. I'm like, what is he laughing at? I didn't even
Nothing. Nothing.
nothing.
That's just him.
He just lost it.
He will, I kid you not. Typically, obviously, in this house, it's just him and I. And we play cards or we play backgammon every night. We'll play a couple hands. We play Skippo. We play a couple hands of that or we'll play backgammon or both. And every once in a while, he'll get a hair up his you know what and just start giggling. I'm like, what are you laughing at? I'm telling you, the man is bonkers. No, just for no reason. He will start his giggling, and it's funny as God. It cracks me up.
Yeah.
But real quick, we say hi to some people in the chat. Brian Dish is here. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Cindy and Dan. Hello, Brian.
Hello.
Lynn is here. Hello, Cindy, Brian, Cindy, Dan, and Brian Dish. Hello, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
And Sherry is here. Good evening, Hellraisers. Yeah, buddy. Boy, have I had a busy day. Up at 6 a.m., picked up my daughter in Fort Mojave, Laughlin. Took her to the Vegas airport, home at 2:30, close to 400 miles. I need a nap. Heck, after reading all that activity, I need a nap.
Wow. Great.
Karen is here, Miss Florida Sunshine. Hello, friends.
I don't know who that is.
Whatever. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Lisa, hi Sherry, hi Karen. All that, and you're still here on time, Sherry. Yep. Exhausted me already. Howdy, beautiful people. Josephine Callie from Australia. Hello. And I
Oh,
got
wow.
your picture, and it's so cute. I'm gonna save that for Wednesday though. I'm gonna try to figure out how to share it. Hi, Josephine. Beautiful, right, Lynn? Dustin is here. Good evening at Cindy Demanch 3839. And friends, I'm here. You're not in the store? What is wrong?
Dustin, I've watched him a few times. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My daughter went to go out in 10 minutes. I'm like, what the hell? I have me things to do first. That's right. You tell her. I love it. And Liz is the giggling guinea.
I know, right? Where is the giggling guinea, in another room right now?
He is out there somewhere.
Yeah.
He's been making cutting boards and coasters for that craft fair that we're doing in a couple weeks, trying to get stuff ahead so we can hopefully sell it. Yes. Brian is a cool dude. He
He is.
is.
He is. I enjoyed hanging out with him. I enjoyed hanging out with you at Disney Springs and everything. That was good times.
That was fun. Yes. For those that don't know, Brian and I went to the Central Florida Ketos meetup in Florida. Um, what was the date? 7th, the 8th. The 8th, right? The 8th?
Something
Yes,
like
it
that.
was on the 8th. And then on the 9th, we went to Disney Springs with Dan and Karen and Nancy Tanner and Mary and Steve at Sarah G. And we just had a great time. Till it got too crowded for me. I couldn't do it.
Oh, I know. It's
You were the same way. I know. You and I were ready to walk. It was like,
anxiety level is like up here.
yep, yep. I'm good. When at the beginning it was good, and then it started getting more crowded. I was like, anyway, John is here. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, John. Kathleen Lupo is here. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Kathleen. Karen says, hey, look, it's Dan.
Hey, look, it's Karen.
John, Jeff Foltz is here. Good evening, everyone. Now, you heard the story about Dale, right? Or about, I saw my husband pop in here, about Jeff, right?
No.
Okay, we had gone to, and I've told this so many times, I'm sorry for people that have heard it over and over. Thank you, Lynn. Ash Taylor t-shirt here. Anyway, we had gone to a Columbus, Ohio meetup, and we're sitting at this table with some friends of ours that came with us. And Jeff was across the room. He came over to our table. He says, I want to meet the guinea pig. Like, the heck with me. He wanted to meet Brian. So it was all good. But it was fun. It was great. He's a good guy.
How are you healing up with your hand and your nose and all that?
I don't know, because it's so dark in here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but yeah, you can see it.
I can see it.
My finger is probably the worst of it,
Oh boy.
and my nose is like,
Yeah.
it's a mess. But I bowled last night, so I did okay. So I was like, all right.
Just make sure you don't step over like bowling balls and stuff.
I'm gonna tell you, when I say this room is dark, excuse the clutter in here anyway, but it's a room that we work in. The ceiling in this bowling alley is painted black. The only lights are above the lanes and where the bowlers sit, but where the spectators sit and the floor, like you do everything else to get to the counter, go to the bathroom, whatever,
It stays dark.
is like a darkish, multicolored rug.
Yeah.
So you got a black ceiling and a dark floor.
Yeah.
And people were putting their bowling balls everywhere. I stepped over them, but my foot got caught in the strap of the bowling bag, and I went face first. It was crazy. But this is Brian. This is my husband, Dale.
Yep, Dale 38. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Guinea Pig, Lynn says.
My first job, my actual first job was in a bowling alley. It was at Sunshine Bowl in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I was one of those, the guy that goes around and picks up the trash and cleans the carpet. And I run down the lane when there's dead wood, go down the lane and push the pin in, and I enjoyed that job. But I know what you mean by the dark carpets and the dark lighting, yeah. But their bowling balls shouldn't have been out where you could have stepped over them, in my opinion.
Well, I was coming from where the bowlers sit over to the carpet to go down to the other end.
Okay.
And the guy had them right, like he was sitting here and they were right next to him, almost in the walkway. He didn't flinch when I fell. He didn't even move. He didn't get up, nothing. The girl that was walking down toward with me that I was bowling with, she was right behind me. She helped me get up. She made sure I was okay. I walked back to the bathroom. My nose was bleeding, all kinds of garbage crap. It was, uh-oh. You will need to connect their mic cam before you can add them to the stream. Something happened, Dan. I'm typing too. I don't know why I'm typing. Karen, if you're still there, it says he lost connection. Tell him to rehook it. Because I can't add him on until he comes back.
Can you see me now? There we go.
Now I can. What did you do?
I wasn't touching anything. It just decided to just shut off.
I was like, all right, he didn't want to hear anything I had to say, and poof, he was gone. That's it.
No.
That's good. Weird. You're back.
Yeah.
So Nancy says, hi, everyone. I'm here, but just listening. Also, as I am packing. Yeah, she's getting ready to go back to Florida. She's been in PA visiting her mom.
The frozen tundra, yep.
Yeah, Nancy. And Liz says, you didn't end up with black eyes. You're right. Thank God. Because the girl one of the other girls with me was a retired nurse. She looked at my finger. She said, I don't think it's broken. And as Saturday wore on, as Saturday's when I fell, I could see the bruising heading from here over. Well, now it's like my whole palm, up these two fingers, this whole finger, and the whole backside of my hand.
Wow.
It was like,
That's,
I
this
did a
is where
number.
you
When I
try to,
do something, I do it right.
is that where you tried to catch yourself with your hand?
I don't remember.
Lands on the floor.
I really don't remember. I don't remember because I know better than put my hands out because I don't want to break my arms. But
It's a reflex action. You can't kind of help it.
Yeah, it was bad. Where was that Central Florida meetup? Claremont. November 8th. Yep. Hello, everyone. Linda.
We got to meet up with Steve and Mary at Hack Your Health, and we had a dinner with them a couple of times.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. I didn't go this year, but I went the past 2 years. It was okay. Linda Flanagan is here. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Linda.
And TEC. Not sure. Somebody help. Josephine, I don't know what you meant by TEC. But anyhow, Dan, since you were on last, and I don't remember how long ago that's been a while.
I was going to ask you, like, when was my last interview? Has it been a year?
I'll look at the calendar.
It might have been a year.
This is my life here, looking through this calendar. But anyhow, since then, what's been going on with you?
Well, things are looking up. You know, I moved up to Georgia. Now I'm back down in Florida, my home state. Got married, got another job finally after a long stretch of unemployment and worry and wonder. Finally got another job. So things are looking up. I'm still staying strong in the carnivore diet. You know, I'm just with occasional little cheats here and there, but nothing to like seriously derail me.
Cheating on carnivore with keto?
Yeah, exactly.
Like Dr. Barry says?
Yeah. If you can call that a cheat, I mean.
No, I don't.
It is. I mean, it might. I don't even know if I get kicked out of ketosis. I might not. You know, it's not
you
like
shouldn't, because keto, if you are on keto and you're doing the 20 total carbs or less, or even 50 or less, 9 times out of 10, most everybody will stay in ketosis.
Yeah.
It's when you go back to the sad way of eating. Like, I will have something totally off plan because my only step down from keto is sad.
Yeah. Right.
So if I'm going to have a cheat, it's going to be something I really shouldn't have. But even then, you know, I'm still in a very low state of ketosis. Very low, but low level. But, you know, I don't sweat about it. You know, I get right back on where I'm supposed to be. And, you know, if people want to complain or be nasty, they can do it elsewhere because, like, whatever. But anyhow, go ahead.
Yeah. So, should I go through my story a little bit about?
You can.
Where I come
from?
from?
The last time you were on was April.
Okay, only April. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's my birth month. I was born April 7th. So since April, not too much has changed. My weight's pretty stalled out. Like, I have poundage to lose, but it's not going anywhere. Like, I'm not putting enough effort in to get it off of me. So it's just kind of sitting there.
You got to get out and walk.
I know. I got to get out there and do the videos like Nancy Tanner there. Killing it every day with her walk and talks, you know.
She's killing it.
She is, yeah. Kudos to her. Out there in the cold, nonetheless. I mean, like, if it's cold, I'm not going outside. Like, I'm not going out there and walking or nothing. And I haven't been doing the gym as much as I should either, like 1 or 2 times a week. And sometimes I fall off that too. So I don't know.
Mhm.
It's a work in progress, I guess.
Right.
But so for those listeners out there who don't know me and don't know my story and haven't heard it before, about 3 years ago, I was in a very bad place. I was alone in my apartment. I didn't have any friends. Um, no family members would come and visit me, and I was very depressed and anxious, and like so anxious, I was peeking out my windows, through the curtains. I was like making sure there's nobody around if I had to go outside to my car or something, and I didn't want to run into people. It's just this weird anxiety. Um, and I was just so I was hopelessly depressed as an alcoholic, and I was drinking severe amounts of dangerous amounts of alcohol, like 16 ounces of hard liquor, like a day at least. And so I would drink when I basically not too long after I woke up, and then till I fell asleep or passed out. Um, and it was just a bad roller coaster ride, and I started having these gut issues. And I just started going to the emergency room. Um, and this happened the very first year in my lifetime that I decided not to get health insurance. And so for the very first time that I didn't get health insurance, that's when I needed the health insurance. That's when I had to start visiting the emergency room due to these terrible gut issues. I mean, my gut would just start hurting and hurting for like hours upon hours, 12 hours, 18 hours. I'm just like buckled over. I'm like thinking I'm dying. So I absolutely have to go to the emergency room just to make sure I'm not dying. And I did this a number of times, 6 or 8 times at least, with no insurance, and that gets very costly. Eventually, they're like, "Well, we can't find anything wrong with your gut or your colon or anything like that. We don't really know what's wrong with you." And well, I knew what was wrong with me as I'm pouring poison down my throat. Um, and so they said, "Well, we did see a gallstone in your gallbladder scan. Um, it's fine for now, but we need to, keep an eye on that." And sure enough, I go home. A couple weeks later, I have to go back to the emergency room for the same issue, gut issues. Um, this time they did a scan of me. They said, "Oh, that gallstone we were telling you about? Well, that's now blocking your bile duct." And for some reason, the gallstone had moved into my bile duct. And they said, "We advise you get your gallbladder removed." And I know a lot of people out there have had their gallbladders removed. It's common practice almost. Like a lot of people with their gut issues, they don't know what's wrong with you, and oh, let's just try removing the gallbladder and see if that helps you. And a lot of times that's not the problem. It
Mhm.
wasn't the problem in my case. So I did get my gallbladder out. Um, after that, things just didn't really get too much better. I was just still getting sick a lot. Wasn't feeling well. Wasn't feeling happy. Um, I was playing with my diet and trying to be healthier. I started, I did try the vegan diet. I was, juicing celery stalks every day, with my NutriBullet. I was chugging celery juices. Those things seemed to run right through me. Like I didn't really care for that. And while I was doing vegan, um, I was still having major issues with, like, I started getting sciatica, where a terrible sharp pain started shooting down from my lower back into my butt, into my leg, and eventually I couldn't walk or stand for more than 10 minutes. Like I had to sit down, like I was in so much pain. And
Now, were
so,
you still drinking that whole time?
yeah, yeah. Um, and this is not like me. I'm always a very active person. I always went to theme parks. I could walk a theme park like nobody's business, and all of a sudden I can't walk for 10 minutes. Like, like, is this my life? I was like, why am it's like my health started crashing, I guess, because I was, I hit 50 and things just started going really wrong. Um, like, some people get to 40 and things start crashing, but I made it to 50. Um, but then, stuff started going really bad. So after doing vegan and like vegetarian, I'm like, I just wasn't feeling it. It wasn't working for me. I did start getting into ketogenic lifestyle. I started uh, watching people do low carb. I started on this one website called dietdoctor.com because, well, one day I was looking for a drug. I was so fat. I was like 280 pounds. I'm looking down at myself. I'm like, I've got to lose weight. Like somehow, like I need a drug. That was my first thought. I even if it's legal speed, phentermine or whatever it is they had at the time. Um, I started looking for a doctor that would give me a drug to answer my problems. And so I went on dietdoctor.com. They were talking about the high fat, low carb diet called LCHF or diet, they called it. Um,
You know,
yeah, there was no such thing as the carnivore diet then. This was like 2015 or something. And so I just really started getting into that. Uh, I did keto for a while, probably a good, solid, clean keto for a year or so. And I lost a good 40 pounds of my 100 pounds that I needed to lose or more. Um, but then once I lost the 40, I stalled. It wasn't nothing else was coming off, and then I also wanted to cheat every week or two. I would just have to have a pizza or something, or get some brownies and ice cream, and just go crazy with it.
wow.
I don't know why. I couldn't just stay on track with it. And I was in the meanwhile I was watching on YouTube University all these keto people. They started eliminating all the carbs, zero carbs, right? Um, and doing this weird thing called the carnivore diet, where you just eat meat. And I thought, no, that's dumb. Don't do that. That's a crazy thing to do. Um, but I kept watching them and watching them, and I'm like, and they talked about healing, all these things that they're healing, and things that the doctors tell them you can't ever heal this. You're going to just take this pill for the rest of your life, and you're going to be sick and miserable, and it's going to get worse. Your condition will not get better. Your condition will get worse, and just keep taking this pill, and we'll give you other pills and all this stuff. Um, but yeah, these people were healing, getting better, and I'm like, I just kept watching. I'm like, this is interesting. I'm like, eventually one day I'm just like, you know what, I got to do this. I have to try this. Like, I didn't know what would come of it. I just was looking to lose weight mostly. I didn't think it would have any other effects on me. Maybe I didn't even consider other things that happened to me. But one day I came back from the hospital, and it was a pretty bad trip to the hospital. I got really sick, and then I got released from the hospital. I'm like, I'm not going to drink any alcohol for at least a couple of weeks. Like, I knew it wasn't. I had no desire to drink any more alcohol. I'm like, it's just got to stop somewhere. And I asked God for help. I'm like, you got to give me some kind of help. I don't usually ask for help, but I had to ask. And and so after I'm sitting around after my hospital visit. I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this crazy carnivore diet. I'm going to go strict zero carbs, just eat steak and hamburger and eggs and cheese if I wanted a little bit of cheese. Um, and so I started doing that. And I did that really consistently. And about 2.5 to 3 weeks in, um, I just was sitting around one day bored, and I thought, well, I'm bored. I'm sitting around. I got nothing to do. This is the exact time I would go out to the liquor store and get a drink. And I thought to myself for a moment, I'm like, it just it somehow dawned on me that like I don't feel like getting a drink. I'm like I feel really clear headed and really energetic, and I just felt really good and felt good enough that I didn't need to go numb it out or try to cover it up or whatever the alcohol did for me. That's why I drank, was to sort of numb it out,
You're right.
lower
And
the
when did you start?
anxiety.
When did you start carnivore?
So in July of 2023, July 1st of 2023, I went full carnivore. And, and like I said, 2.5 weeks later, I'm sitting around, I'm realizing I don't feel depressed. And this was a very strange feeling for me because I've been depressed like since I was a early teen, like since I was like 11 or 12 or 13 years old. Just a low level of just depression, um, that didn't seem to have any kind of answer to it. Like there was nothing I could do to fix it. Like I tried, certain drugs like Wellbutrin and Prozac and things, but they didn't seem to do anything at all. Like I can't, like anything I take, I can't tell I'm even taking anything ever. So I would give up on the drug that they give me and then just stay depressed and just eventually just becomes like this just normal kind of thing where it's always there like a cloud over your head. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, for some reason it just kind of lifted. Like just I just felt better. I just felt good. And
Yeah.
the anxiety, like I wasn't scared anymore to go out and talk with people, um, which I've always been a kind of a shy, standoffish kind of person. Like, but for some reason I wasn't scared anymore, and anxious was gone, and the depression was gone, and then I kept going carnivore. I had this energy come back inside of me that I never had before. I went to the gym. I started going to the gym every day. I went every single day, nonstop. Like like it was just no problem. I'm like, I'm going to the gym today. Like no big deal. Um, I wish I could get back to that somehow. I've been a little lazy
You
lately.
will. You
Yeah.
will.
Um, I can and I should, but for some reason I don't know. You lose priorities over time. But um, yeah, so I had this energy. I felt good for the first time in forever. It's like God answered my prayers. Like somebody was up there helping me and listening to me. Um, I got a new lease on life in a way. Like things, everything resolved. Like my sciatica, my back pain resolved. It was gone, and um, other little things resolved. Like
Yeah.
gum bleeding. Every time I brushed my teeth, my gums would bleed like crazy. They stopped bleeding. Or the plaque. There would be no plaque on my teeth. Like even if I didn't brush them for like a week or something, um, there'd just be no plaque whatsoever. There'd be no buildup, and other things like my eyesight improved. I would get always if I was looking at a computer screen like I'm doing now, I would have to have my readers on, because the words would be kind of blurry. But the eyesight improved slightly, to where I didn't need to put the glasses on. I can just read the screen. There's just times where I'm trying to read bottles or labels or something with a tiny, really tiny print. I'll have to put on, like I'll use my phone for a magnifier or something like that.
So
Um,
that kind of happens as you get older too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't expect 20/20 vision all your life, right? At one point, I had 20/15 vision at one point, but yeah, not so much anymore. But
It, it just takes its toll on you. So in April, we sat down and you talked about all this. And I was at that point going to go to Florida and I convinced you to make the trip down from Georgia and go to this meetup.
Yep. The Central
And
Florida Keto
the shyness is still there. And I remember you coming in, and I'm like, Dan, and you're like, hi, like real quiet and real. And then something happened at that meetup, and I am just tickled that you were there. But anyhow, do you remember you walking in there? And I mean, you didn't really know anybody but me from just this.
Yeah.
And I like convincing you to be there to meet other people and, like-minded almost. Not everybody is carnivore there, but everybody is pretty much keto at least. And getting to different meetups is the most amazing thing because you do get to meet others that are in the same boat as you as far as regaining their health and all that kind of thing. So, do you remember walking in there that first time? But this past May, actually.
Yeah, I do. I do. I didn't particularly enjoy being there like right away. I mean, I didn't really want to be there interacting with a bunch of people I don't know. That's just not my nature. And so it was a little uncomfortable, sitting with people that you don't know. And I'm not good at sparking. I'm not a good conversationalist. I'm not just the words just don't yammer out of my mouth all the time. So
I can attest to this. I was sitting at one table and he was sitting at the table right next to me and he was very quiet. But then somebody joined your table.
well, Karen, Karen sat right next to me.
Right. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. And she didn't talk at all. Like I'm like, wow. I'm like thinking, I thought I was quiet, and she's like sitting there. And she didn't say nothing. I'm like, wow, what's wrong with her? Like, this is the problem with me. I was like, people always probably think something's wrong with me because I don't talk. But I was surprised how quiet she was. And she did something really sweet. She got me one of the gift bags off the table and put it at my seat, and because I hadn't grabbed my gift bag like I was supposed to. Um, so I thought that was really sweet of her. And we didn't really chat that much. She got up and left kind of early. Um, I didn't think much of it. It wasn't until afterwards that we started to get to know each other better. Um, and but yeah, in general, the keto meetup was nice. I mean, and I enjoyed the people that I met. They're really nice people,
Mhm.
really great people. Um, I didn't like some of Nancy had us get up and walk around and ask questions to people and, and stuff like that. I just like, feel like I'm back in grade school or something.
I am another one like similar to that because I really have a hard time with people I don't know, especially face to face. This is easy because I know I go back to my life and whatever.
Yeah.
But in person is a whole different ballgame. But I can imagine somebody that's really been closed up for a while and closed off from people,
Decades.
how intimidating it must have been. And I got to thank you for actually listening and showing up because that's the first step is actually being there. Because everybody I've met there and everybody I've met in the community have been great, whether it's at a bigger convention like Hack Your Health or the small meetups or the mediocre ones. They great Keto Palooza. That one is just fantastic also, and it's like 300 people. Now you get to Hack Your Health that you went to this year. But before we get there, Karen, for those of you that don't know, Karen and Dan just met in May. In October, what happened?
What happened?
What happened in October?
Oh, nothing. No, I'm kidding. Um,
Karen, I know you're listening.
well, we were having, such a good time together, and we really get along well, and we have the same thought patterns, and everything was just going really great. I decided to marry her, and so yeah, and that's been
And
going
it's
really great.
great. It's great. And they let us know this in November, 2 weeks later, at the meetup where
Yeah.
they originally met.
Well, we didn't make a big to do of it, We just
Mhm.
kept it kind of private, like a private thing. Um, didn't really even have any family or witnesses or anything like that. So, but that's the way we
You
wanted
know, I feel responsible, so you all better just be all right.
it. We are responsible. Thank you, Nancy. I mean, Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. I don't know why I said Nancy.
Because she had a part in it too when Karen contacted her wanting to come to the meetup back in May. And the reason I believe, Karen, correct me if I'm wrong, because you'll be on here in a couple weeks. I believe she had found out that you were going to be there from you mentioning it maybe on your social media. And she contacted Nancy and wanting to come.
Okay.
I believe so.
She stalked me.
Nancy, I know you're still in the chat.
You're a
You're
stalker.
just being quiet. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you told me that. And so between Nancy and I, we're like, And I didn't know that about Karen until she had just told me recently. So that was pretty cool. But
Yeah.
I'm so happy for the two of you because you guys just fit. I've been seeing all the posts up to that, all the things you guys have been doing and prior to the marriage and everything. It's just like they're really bonding and having fun. And that's what life's about. It's too short to worry about any of the crap that goes on in the world. But I am so happy for the two of you. I just can't even tell you. I'm like, yes.
That's so sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Dan, you keep disappearing on me. He'll be back. I don't know what happens, but every time I get a chance to talk, you disappear. Now stop it. I'm just kidding. I can't hear you now. Why don't you go out and come back in? Just leave the studio and then come back in, Dan. There. That should take care of it. I am so sorry, folks, but you know, life happens sometimes in this crazy internet garbage. It just happens. But I will get to the comments. Jerry said she's listening with no voice today. I'm so sorry, Jerry. I hope you're feeling better, at least. Ricky is here. Hello, Rick. Peter's here. Papa Carnivore. It's howdy, howdy. And you're sick with the flu. Are you sure it's the flu? Headache, achy, all over, congested. Go to bed. Yeah, I'll get back to that one too.
Let's try this again.
Yay. Now, stop messing around with you.
I don't know what
Sherry has
the
a
deal is.
Sherry. I don't know, but I know you're not doing anything except sitting there talking. Sherry has a
I'm
question.
wearing my Dr. Kilt's shirt from Hacker Health. Steak a day, keep
Yeah.
the doctor away.
um, Sherry wants to know, what do you consider a cheat food?
Oh well, any kind of a keto meal, like um, if I include onions or something, or mushrooms, or
I must be cheating all day, every day.
uh, sometimes maybe put some garlic in something or something like that. Like we made two crazy ketos garlic poppers. Those are kind of cheating, I guess. You know, is it really
maybe,
cheating?
maybe on carnivore, if you want to be a strict, die-hard, dogmatic carnivore, yeah. But in the ketogenic realm, all of that is inclusive. And carnivore is just a part of the ketogenic way of eating.
True, true. It's just a
It's
more
all
strict.
part of the proper human
Yeah,
diet,
yeah.
all of it. So don't sweat it.
I know. As Dr. Kim Berry said, it's part of the spectrum,
That's right.
Keto,
That's right.
ketovore, carnivore.
Yep. Jeff said, dang, I'm only a little over 2 hours away from Claremont. Next one, if you're still down there,
Mhm.
carnivore for the win for Dan. That's awesome with all the things that you've overcome, the alcoholism, the anxiety, the sciatica, all the things. And I read this while you were gone. Jerry is listening. She has no voice. She just had surgery on her mouth
Oh, why?
and she can't talk.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yes. And Rick is here. Quinn Brookacres. Quinn, greetings to all. Peter is here. And he is sick with the flu. I'm glad I can't catch it on the computer because
He's not carnivore. Carnivores don't get sick.
you tell him, Dan. I'm sorry. Nancy says, Dan the man, I love
Nancy.
you and
Hi,
Karen.
Nancy.
It was so awesome meeting both of you. Evidently, I am also Nancy. So it's all good.
I can hear
Peter
Karen
said,
laughing in the other room. It's so funny.
I'm sure she is. Peter says, this is the only the second time I've gotten sick in almost 3 years. About a year and a half ago, I also got the flu for about a week.
Well, funny thing is, what seemed like I got sick. I posted this on Facebook. You already know the story. But yeah, I was at the gym and all of a sudden I started sneezing. My eyes started watering. My nose was burning. And I'm like, great. Oh, it was like an allergic reaction to somebody's perfume or who knows what. Um, but the whole rest of the night, my nose was just running and it was completely clogged. Like I could not breathe through my nose at all. I'm like, I'm sick. For the first time in years and years, I'm sick. Oh my God, what happened? I had to go to the Walgreens and get Sudafed and Afrin to squirt up my nose and try to breathe. And I'm like, great, I'm sick. Oh no. I was so discouraged because I hadn't been so sick. I hadn't been sick in so long. It was like a new experience almost. And then somehow the very next day, within like 24 hours, I was perfectly fine again. I was like, what in the heck happened to me?
You wasted all that money on all that medicine.
Well, it'll be in there. If it ever happens again, it'll be in my medicine cabinet. But
Harry
somehow
says,
I either overcame a virus or just had a weird allergic reaction, but I don't have allergic reactions to things, so I just thought it was odd.
yeah. Or because you've gotten that much healthier, nothing's going to linger.
Yeah, maybe I can just bam knock it in its place.
Terry says to Peter, what the hell?
What the hell, Peter?
Hey, Terry, I missed you Wednesday. Ask Dan what you missed at the end of the Wednesday live stream. She wasn't there, Dan. Gotta tell her.
Oh, well, Brian cracking up.
Yes.
That was hilarious. He just lost it.
Harry,
He was all buckled over and laughing and giggling. He's like, I was, I was giggling right along with him.
he was losing his mind. And Peter says, I also have almost zero voice.
Well, it is kind of winter time and that stuff's going around. So hope you get better, Peter.
It's getting there. It's not winter yet. Terry said, no voice, Peter. That sucks. Jerry is having that issue too. It's a season change, I think. Barometric pressure stuff. That's my uneducated guess. With Peter, probably. With Jerry, it's her surgery she had. I believe. Unless she's sick, and I don't know. Because last I heard she had mouth surgery earlier in the week. The guy at work gave this to me. He was really sick and sat next to him all day. Vitamin C helps to prevent that. I had it years ago. I worked in this retail store, and this old guy came in one day, and I had a sinus infection, and I was getting them frequently, way before keto, way before, years before. And he said, I used to get those all the time, and I started taking vitamin C, and I don't get them anymore. Well, I went home that day. I stopped at the drugstore and I bought a big bottle of vitamin C, and I have been taking it faithfully every day since. I don't get a cold, much less a sinus infection. Now, mind you, changing the way I ate can help a lot of things, but I still have to supplement with vitamins because of the gastric bypass I had years ago. My body cannot absorb the vitamins from the food. So I have to supplement with vitamins. And that's a given for me for the rest of my life. And I knew that going in. But if that was the worst I had to do, which it wasn't as it came out, but whatever.
Do you still have to eat small amounts of food, like
Oh, I can
many
eat.
meals
Did
a
you
day?
not see me?
No, I didn't watch you eat.
We
Sorry.
went to Red Robin. I ate. You were there.
Yeah, you did eat. Yeah, yeah.
I can eat. It was. I mean, I had that done in 2007. Your stuff, that little pouch that they leave you with, expands over time.
Oh, okay.
Majority of people have that surgery. They've lost the weight. They've gained the weight back
Right.
because first they tell you to eat crap foods afterwards, just different crap foods, and over time you can eat a little more and a little more and a little more, and yeah.
To eventually, why'd you even do it? Like, right?
Thank you.
You're thinking, because I've heard you don't recommend it to anybody. You're like, don't do it.
No. In
Like,
fact,
yeah.
my son's girlfriend just had it done
Oh, really?
a couple weeks ago. Thankfully,
Like,
she's okay. And I told her, I said, I tried, I tried talking to her. I tried to give her information. She had to make her own decision. And I said, I hope to God that it works for you long term. It worked for me right from the start until it didn't. Until I started getting hypoglycemic episodes. And, they're very common for people that
hypo, you
that
mean
have
your
had
blood
gastric
sugar got too
bypass.
low?
I'm sorry?
Hypo, you mean your blood sugar got too low?
Yep. If I eat anything carby, which it's very infrequent now, but if I do something stupid, it's going to happen. But in the past, if I would eat anything carby, and I searched because I love cereal, hands down, I love cereal. And I searched prior to keto for the lowest carb cereal I could find. There's even one that my husband would get when he's type 1 diabetic. So he would get something to help with it, supposedly be better for diabetics. I even ate that. And I would eat some cereal and I'd go to work. Within 2 hours, my blood sugars would be low. I would be feeling like garbage. And we used to have those Lindor chocolates. I would grab one of those, and within minutes I felt fine because that sugar in there brought it back up to where it should be.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I figured after all that time is if I ate anything carby, if I didn't offset it with enough protein, that would happen. If I ate a lot of protein with those carbs, I was fine. Since keto or ketovore or however, whatever you want to call it for me, it very rarely happens. You know, first of all, the only vegetables I have in my house is cauli rice that's frozen. If I get fresh and I have bell peppers that I just got to make some more stuffed peppers. And onions. Other than that, if I get anything fresh, it just goes bad and gets thrown out. So I don't do it.
Have you tried that
But
Magic Spoon cereal?
I do. We have several boxes of that in the house. I haven't eaten it as cereal, but we use it as mix-ins for why are you doing this to me? Because it's
You have
not bad.
cereal. You have cereal in the house.
It's not, I do,
It's bad.
but not the other crap. I definitely do. And I have eaten it occasionally with almond milk. So I don't have regular milk in the house.
Don't tell me that.
What?
I'm against the nut juice, as I call it.
The whatsies?
Nut juice. It's called nut juice. What you call almond milk or oat milk or soy milk or nut juice. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Nuts. I get it. I get it. Terry said garlic honey is a medicine, better than a prescription. Garlic honey. Interesting. Tanya is here. Hello, Tanya. At work, but saying hi.
Kitchen Witch is Tanya. Okay.
Kitchen Witch is Tanya.
I
Yep.
have to learn these names. I don't know these names. Where's
It's
Evelyn?
hot.
I haven't seen Evelyn tonight.
I started writing them all down. Drinking some hot ginger lemon tea with some honey in it to soothe my throat.
Honey isn't carnivore, Peter. Sorry.
It's straight sugar.
Bee vomit is not carnivore.
Feel better, Peter. That's right. And here, Karen. Oh, Dan, you better remember what happened in October.
Who? What?
Do what? Peter is thanking Lynn. This is my sister Deb. She hasn't been able to come with me to the meetups yet, and she said it's all my fault.
Where does she? Does she live up there with you?
No, she lives in South Carolina. And Carrie said, "Yes, I am a cougar."
She's definitely a cougar. Aggressive little cougar.
Oh man, that's funny. People told me that I robbed the cradle with Brian because I am 4 years older than Brian.
4 whole years? That's not even.
4, that ain't nothing. Karen reached out to me, and then you mentioned about Dan coming. Then God took care of the rest.
Oh.
See? That's it. Yep.
No, Karen was stalking me. She eyeballed me. Said, Nancy, is Dan going to be there? And then she followed me there.
She was stalking you?
And
really?
Me. No, I'm kidding.
He reminds me of some actor, but I can't place the name. Don't know.
I remind you of an actor?
That's what she said.
I don't have a filter on or anything. You sure this thing's working right?
And Terry said, "Hey, Cindy Sunshine, you were missed. You were missed." Oh no, technology. Yep. And yes, the internet is just weird. Hello, Lewis. Good evening, all. Okay, so Peter, you really should do fermented. What, Dan?
Louis Latito, didn't we see him at Hack Your Health?
I believe so. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna get through the chat real quick.
Okay.
Peter, you should really do fermented garlic and honey, Karen said. Terry loved honey with the comb. So you know it's 100%. I used my cuts and bits. The stinking antibiotics amoxicillin ruined my gut and made me susceptible to the cooties. I am so sorry, Jerry. You get the feeling better soon. And Sherry said, do eating the spices, onions, and mushrooms derail you or bother your stomach?
Not in the slightest, no.
So you're good.
Yep.
Rick said hi to Sherry and Brian. Food, food.
Food. Food.
Oh my God. For those of you that don't know, that is my husband's saying when he lost his mind Wednesday night. Like he was starved to death, yelling for food.
Yeah, he cracks me
Oh
up.
my. Terry said, life gets in the way sometimes. Love you, Cindy. I did watch you and Brian after the fact in your insane bowling story. Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. But I still got through the tournament and I bowled. I did take Tuesday night off though. I was supposed to league bowl Tuesday. I got a sub and then I went back last night. So, oh,
You,
friends, hello, Evelyn. I was
yeah,
missing you. Brian says zinc is good
zinc, yeah.
for colds.
Yeah,
Steve Dodge. This nice shirt, Dan.
yeah. Got it at the Kilts booth at Hack Your Health. We bought 3 other shirts. I like his shirts. One
Did
says
you buy
Body
me
by
one?
Bacon. Um,
You know what's funny? I went to a Bob Evans one day and they had T-shirts that says "Body by Bacon."
oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It was just a gray shirt. It says "Body by Bacon" across at a Bob Evans restaurant, and I bought one. Can't tell it because I still have weight to lose, but yeah, where I was to where I am. Yep. Evelyn, Evelyn saying hello to everybody, and vice versa. Jerry doubled up on the zinc, did a YouTube short about my taking the Sovereign Silver, and yep, I need vitamin C pills for sure. I swear by them, I'm telling you. I really do. After that,
Thank you,
I
Evelyn.
never had another sinus infection. Congratulations on your new marriage. Yes. And Aaron is here, Booby Goats. Hi,
Booby good.
everybody. I had to take my daughter to her friend's house. And you're here now. Who sold Dan that amazing t shirt?
Probably you, Lewis.
Sandy Blythe is here. Aaron just got here myself. Hello, Sandy. Everybody saying hello. Oh man, Peter, that means you won't be walking in your tidy whities at the pajama party tonight in the 80s. Oh my goodness. I'm out.
Yeah. Thank God, right?
Whew. Oh, some man at Hack Your Health hooked us up with a bunch of apparel. Yeah, did you all give me a shirt while you were there? No.
Sorry. We blew our wad on our shirts.
So, how did you like? I'll get back to the chat. How did you like Hack Your Health? I know you guys volunteered, and that's a great way to get in there.
Oh, I loved it. I love just seeing all the YouTube influencers that I know and recognize. I got to meet a bunch of them, take pictures with them.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny Middich got to cook me some taco balls, and those were delicious. And she signed her book for us, and
Nice.
um, got to meet Carrie Mann and Adam, who's working on the documentary, Healing
Mm-hmm.
Humanity. Um, of course, Dr.
Mhm.
Kills. We watch him every morning. I go on to his lives every morning and watch him and Alia
Dr.
and
Nelson,
Dr.
Dr.
Nelson.
Baker.
Yeah. Yep.
Was
Dr.
Dr.
Baker.
Chafee there?
Dr. Chafee was not there. Dr. Berry
Dr.
was not
Berry?
there. No.
Dr. Berry was not there.
No. Steak and Butter Gal was there. Um, Kelly Hogan was there. Got to meet her.
Lisa Wiedemann?
Lisa Wiedemann was there. We got to meet her. Um, Dr. Berg.
Mm-hmm.
He was there. I
Yep.
like him, even though he's a Scientologist. I still like him. um, who else did we meet there? Oh, Rick
I was
Rodriguez.
just going to
Is he in
say,
the
how
Is
could
he
you
in the
forget
chat?
Rick? Charger Mopar, Rick.
Is he in the chat today?
Hey, I haven't seen him. He doesn't frequent my chats.
Oh, okay. I've seen him in here a couple of times, I think.
Yeah, shame on him, right?
But we were working at the registration desk for our volunteer work, and Rick Rodriguez comes walking in, right? And there's nobody else around. He's the only one walking in. Me and Karen were the first ones to recognize him. He said, in his over 20 years on YouTube, you're the first people to recognize me in public. So I thought that was cool.
Good. It's kind of hard not to recognize him.
Yeah, he's super tall. He was taller than Dr. Baker. Yeah,
that's what he said. He said that on one of his live streams.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, he towers over everybody else because everybody else is about 5'6". But Dr. Berry, Dr. Chafee, Dr. Baker, all about 6'5" something like that. I have had the pleasure of meeting all of them. I haven't met Rick.
You have had the pleasure?
Yes. Oh. I've been to Keto Palooza, where Dr. Berry's been. I've been to Hack Your Health. And before that, it was called KetoCon. Met Dr. Berg, Dr. Baker, Dr. Chafee. Dr. Hampton was on one of my lives. I have not gotten to meet Dr. Nelson or Dr. Kiltz. You know, I haven't really been in the carnivore sphere family thing.
Yeah.
People think I am because I interview a lot of carnivores.
Right.
And, you know, I've been on their channels like Dave Max and Dr. Kiltz and, you know, Dr. Nelson. And they still welcome me because, you know, I'm just nice.
Because you're just awesome. Yep. Dr. Nelson, he lives there. He lives here in this area. He lives near us, like just a few miles away from us. He frequents this Bravo's grocery store nearby that I've gone to a couple of times. It's like a ethnic, more Spanish kind of grocery store. But they have good cuts of meat and they're very cheap. I was able to get see ground beef there for $3.29 a pound, and I'm like,
dang, you better be going there all the time.
I know, right?
Sherry says, I'm keeping my mouth shut around Dan. He does not want to know how I eat. She eats very little meat.
No judgment here.
And she's very healthy. And
okay, well,
she says since she's been watching me and being in the chats, and I just love this girl. I can't wait. I got to go meet her sometime.
But why are you on this channel, though? If you're not a meat eater, why would you even be interested in listening to any of this?
Because she's good. She's sweet. She's supportive. You know, it's like since she's been watching us, she has eaten more meat than she ever has. And it's good. But one thing she will never, ever eat is a steak. And it's all good. I'll eat it. Okay. I'll take her steak. It's good. Aaron says, hello, good Lynn. Jerry said, nuts don't lactate. Right, Aaron, booby goater mama?
Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief, it is not the spit. It's have a different containment unit for the honey.
Oh, you're saying it's not bee vomit? It's not? Oh. I guess I'm
It's
proven wrong.
honey is bee poop.
Be poop.
I don't, I'm good. Either way, you know, human nuts can. Get- Oh my goodness. Sore throat and all. Aaron, you're sick too? Good gracious. I haven't been sitting here, but he goes, did you get my ugly sweater picture? Ooh. We got pictures going around. Beautiful. There's the Jerry, I feel bad for you and you're not a speaking mouth. You will be fine by Monday. Got you hopefully back in 30 minutes. Enjoy your beautiful day. Good night, all. Good night, Josephine. Or good day to you. 'Cause I don't know what it is. Thanks, Terror Bear. Text is great when your voice is gone, but even Helen Keller would have still been silent. Yes, she was.
Is that
Amy
Rocket
is
Keto
here.
Amy?
Yes.
Hey, Amy.
Hello, Amy. And Squeaky Monkey Coconut. Hello, all. Better late than never, I suppose. This is Sherry. I swear I love that name.
I saw Amy on Dr. Kilt the other morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gave her a free coaching class.
Oh, did he? Okay.
He did right at the end. He said, by the way, she's enrolled in the free coaching class. Make it happen, Dr. Nelson. Amy, Bo, Bommy, Five, Mo, Mommy. Amy, Bo, me. I got it. I got it. I'm not singing it. Sorry I'm late. I had to spend time with hubby. Yes, you better. I saw your video. Or was it in the chat where you were saying he wants you to spend more time with him? Oh my goodness. Now they're back to talking about jammies. She's almost there. I want to know. I'll be at your party next. I gotta get my mom settled so I can watch the PJ Live. I'm not having great results yet. Ooh. Hey, Squeaky Monkey. Put some cognac in her tea, Terry. She won't notice. I'm still in my booby goat sweater. We'll probably end up sleeping in it as well. Won't be the first time. Nice. Very
Booby
sweet.
Goat
She
sweater. Does she have
is.
her own apparel?
She does. She's got quite a bit, actually.
Oh.
How about any of these, Aaron? I think Sherry says she loves ground beef, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, I think so. Paul is here. Defense Wiz. Evening, folks. Late as hell, but par for my life. Well, you're here now, and that's what matters. And Karen says Dan can cook a great steak. I've seen food that he can cook. I feel bad because I'm not getting any of it. I did get some at the meetup. Bee poop or puke.
Oh.
I had to take a course on raising bees. I guess so if you're going to raise them because, they are not my friends. Mom's PT physical therapist left an hour ago. And I thought she would retire to her room, but she wanted a cinnamon roll she saw on Facebook. Good Lord. So I've been doing that and I tasted it and it was, well, it was probably really good, Terry.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was freaking delicious, right?
Yeah. Keto ones are just as good. Why am I here? Good question. I learned from all of you, and I do not eat more meat, but just will never give up vegetables. I do now eat more meat, but just will never give veggies. It's worlds for me. It works for me. And mostly, I love you all to the moon and back. That's exactly why she's here.
Okay. I
Because she
understand.
loves us.
You're allowed to stay.
Karen, I am in my jammies, hence why I am hiding.
Oh yeah. She
I don't
could
blame
pop in the door right there if she wanted to.
you. Erin has good apparel, but I haven't seen her flannel stuff yet. But it's supposedly there somewhere over the rainbow. I'm still not gonna sing. Paul says, "Hey, Brian." But anyhow,
Speaking of over the rainbow, no, yeah, I'm gonna go see Wicked 2 tomorrow. Me and Karen are gonna go see Wicked 2. Is
nice.
anybody out there like Wicked?
Nope.
No?
Excuse me. Whew,
Bless you.
that came out of nowhere. And Sherry says, yes, Amy loved burgers, bacon, all chicken, and I just discovered those meat sticks. I try to find clean ones, but it is hard. You know, Dr. Berry just put up a short. A meat stick is mostly meat. If it has a few things in it, don't sweat it. It's still good for you. Because you can't, it's really hard to find one that's not been processed by, with a little bit of sugar. It's just
Yeah,
not bacon. Bacon is a processed food. Unless you get some that is uncured, which is really hard to find.
yeah, I can't find it. I'll just eat the regular stuff. I don't care.
That's right. That's right. But there's so much you can do. But those little things, and he says hot dogs are great for you. It's like people have bashed hot dogs. He did a video short about that. He said, don't let these people fool you. Hot dogs are just fine.
Yep, it's
He
always
says,
gonna
are there
win.
some, do what?
I said hot dogs and stuff like that are always gonna win over, say, a Little Debbie or a Snickers bar or
Absolutely.
something like. Because
And if you're on a really tight budget, ground beef and hot dogs, tuna
yeah,
fish, anything like that is way better than the sad alternatives that are out there. You know,
yeah,
people get a little freaked out about all that because there's so many people out there preaching about how, oh no, that's not carnivore, that's not keto, that's not this, that's not that, and it's like, leave everybody alone.
right.
Let them do their own thing. If it's working for them, that's what's important.
It's true.
See,
It's true.
I have seen the play and liked it, Jeff said. And Kara says Tillamook beef sticks. I like pretty much any kind of beef stick. Sherry, do you have an Ollie's near you? They have 16-ounce packs of Jack Links for $1.49. Are they clean? No idea. But for $1.49 a pound, I'm not caring. Exactly.
Well, yeah, the ones that are called like the chomp sticks or
Chops.
the chomps. Yeah, those are clean. There's
Most of them. There was some bad word come out about chomps lately.
oh really?
But, you got to pick your poison. Oh, lucky I want to go see Wizard also. Our theater here sucks. I won't go there. Might need to go to Laughlin. She lives in Arizona. I tagged you with the link. Ariana Grande with the other witch is supposed to play the part of Jesus in an upcoming remake of the movie Jesus Christ
What?
Superstar.
No. What? Where'd you come up with that? That's
I
funny.
don't know. Cynthia Erivo. Hey, y'all are talking movies now, and I don't.
You don't do movies?
Not really.
No.
We don't have live. We don't have cable TV. I watch mostly YouTube and whatever is free on our television for Samsung. I don't care. I don't think I'm missing anything, and I never watch the news because it's so daggone depressing and crazy. It's
Same here.
it ain't worth it. Life's too short to get so. Bleh.
And it's
Or
too
that I never did eat Little Debbie's or Snickers. Yucky. I did, and yum. What's important is that we all eat meat and have challenges, and we can all talk together and tell our crazy stories. You know?
I mean, have your vegetables if you want, and you like them, but got to include some kind of meat in there, preferably red meat, which has the most appropriate nutrients for us, and not just chicken and turkey and stuff
I
like
got to
that.
tell you, Brian and I, this is almost hysterical. We went to Sonny's Barbecue earlier this week, and it's right down the street from us. And the waitress, it was a 19-year-old girl, and she's talking, oh, this is good for you, this is good for you, and because we don't get any bread brought to the table. Brian does have broccoli there, and it's probably his vegetable of choice. And she's talking about, oh, the one thing you shouldn't do is eat red meat. I said, that's a lie. She says, really? And she was really interested and wanted to learn. And it
Yeah.
was interesting because she was really paying attention. And I mean, we got into this whole discussion about food. She said, I know fruits are sugar and all this. And I said, and yeah, most vegetables are carby. There are a few that aren't as bad as others, which the carbs turn to sugar in your body. So either way, you're getting a sugar. She said, And I mean, she was really, I mean, for a 19-year-old, most of them that I have talked to, grandchildren included, will blow you off like you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But she was very, very nice. And a lot of what she said made a lot of sense. And then she said, don't eat red meat. I'm like, I just kind of laughed. I'm like,
it,
yeah, okay.
it's funny how they just spout it off the top of their head like it's just a matter of fact. It's just everybody knows this.
Well,
Red
it's
meat's bad
because
for you. It causes cancer, or whatever, clogs your arteries, all that stuff.
now you know that that's because it's been drilled into everybody for many, many years. And I'm sure her parents drilled that into her as she was growing up,
Yeah.
or her grandparents, or, she's young. It's like, I got to give her kudos because she was really curious and paying attention. And I was really impressed with her. Paleo Valley beef sticks. Yeah, cheese sticks too. Jack Links is dirty and made in Wisconsin right up the road from me.
There was a young carnivore at Hack Your Health. Her name's Aaliyah. She's
Yep,
been on
I've had her on my
Dr.
channel.
Oh, you've had her on your channel. Okay. I missed that.
Yeah.
Um,
I had Caleb on, and then I had Aaliyah on. They were both 16 when I had them on here.
yeah, she's a sweet
I
girl.
guess she wrote a book.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been hearing that. She wrote a book. I might have to get her back on.
Everybody's writing
Wow,
books these days.
young girl. Whew. Sherry said, not for me, Dan. Hamburger is the only red meat I will touch, and it is just a couple of times a month. I am 80% veggie, 20% meats. And that's more than she was when we met,
Yeah.
when she first started watching us and stuff. But, I will welcome anybody as long as they're respectful. I don't care if they're vegan, vegetarian, low carb, keto, ketovore, carnivore. They're human. And that's it. I
No
like to
judgment
meet
here.
all kinds of people. Because, everybody has a story. Everybody has a voice. And they just need to use it.
Everybody's
ChatGPT writes books too. Yes, they do.
writes books. Yeah. I've heard people making money off getting ChatGPT to write like children's books and sell them on Amazon and all this kind of
Mhm.
stuff. You can watch YouTube videos about how to do that.
Well, you can get a lot of advice from ChatGPT. when you're writing a book or you're doing anything. You know, the worst that I've heard, the only bad thing I've heard about ChatGPT, and it's sad. It makes me crazy to think about this. But there was a kid that was using it as his friend, and he was a very depressed child. And he mentioned that he wanted to kill himself. And ChatGPT said, go ahead. And he did. That blows my mind because I use that app all the time for recipes and things like that. And I do know people that have used it to write a book, and or several people now that have used it to write books.
Well, you know, this isn't true sentient intelligence yet. I mean, it's still programmed stuff. You know, it's getting programming of what it should and should not say to some extent, at least. I'm surprised it would say that. I wonder if that's
The
true.
parents are suing somebody. But my thinking when I heard this is, why couldn't this child go talk to the parents? There must have been a reason why he felt that his need to reach out to this AI app as a friend, because he had nobody to go to that he felt he could go to. And that's sad. It's
Yeah,
really sad.
yeah, that is sad.
So anyhow, Jerry, we hope you get better. And Dan left me again. What the heck is up with the internet? While we're waiting on him, not long this time, he came back quick and it's quiet again.
Yeah, it's just
You're back.
this webcam for some reason just wants to shut down and it switches over to my other microphone, which I don't have hooked up. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. So I only use my desktop, and then on the Wednesday live streams, I use my laptop because we're both in the dining room then. And that's it. I don't have any other crap plugged in, nowhere, anything on.
Yeah.
In fact, my phone right now is in the other room on the charger. So, but anyway, Jerry and Peter, if you're still here, I hope you guys get better. Again, I'm going to ask for prayers from everyone for Sana's husband, Tony. She's trying desperately to get answers. Those of you that don't know Sana, when I started live streams on Fridays, Sana and I were doing them together. And we did them for almost a year together. And she had a baby, and she started getting sick, and she gets real bad bouts of vertigo and stuff. But her husband was recently diagnosed with a very aggressive form of stomach cancer. And he has started chemo. It is stage 4. And she's trying desperately to help him and needs a lot of prayers for sure. These people have been, if not carnivore, ketovore for, I want to say, at least 10 years, at least. Their oldest son was having seizures, and she changed the way everybody in the house ate, including them, to help their son. They've been doing this for this long, and it's still reared its ugly head.
Still definitely.
And the nicest people. I mean, it's terrible for anybody. This blows my mind, and I've been trying everything I can to help her. She does have a GoFundMe that is shared on my Facebook page. And if anybody, Evelyn, I know you got through it. But yeah, she's been putting all her updates there too. She's been updating the GoFundMe as far as his story and what's been happening as they go to doctors and stuff. And I've been talking to her quite a bit. Karen from Low Carb Spin is here. Hopefully you're okay. Holly Springer is here. Really enjoyed listening to you tonight. Thank you. Prayers for Sana.
Prayers. I'll send out some good
Thanks for the
vibrations.
healthy good wishes. I'm sorry, Dan.
Yeah, I'll
What?
send out good vibrations and prayers to her and her husband. It's
Yeah,
too bad, like even we try to be so healthy and we think we got it on track, and then things like this can just still get you, like
it's hard when you know, and I mean, I know, and if anybody watched us back then and listened to Sana and her story, everybody that knows her knows that she was diligent about what she fed her family.
yeah,
After her son was having seizures when he was very young, and it was like, huh, and for this to pop up like this, and I know anybody in the world can get. Everybody has cancer cells. It's just whether or not they activate or bloom or show their ugly heads or whatever. However you want to put it, it's it's a shock to the system, especially when it because the first thing you read when you read about how to help cancer stay off of sugar. Well, they haven't been on it for 10 plus years now.
yeah. And
It's
that's not
like,
all the answers, right? Like look at Jeff DeProsperous, who recently passed away from cancer. He went hardcore carnivore. He turned a 3 month diagnosis of death into 2.5 years.
mhm.
He went hardcore, zero carbs, fasting, did all these other therapies, um, and stretched out his lifespan. But still, in the end, cancer still got him, even without the sugar in there. It's not the only.
It's a beast. It is a beast.
Yeah,
It's a fight, and it's a fight for your life, literally. It's like, I just feel really, really bad for her. Gary said it is so sad and scary. I can't give money, but keep them in prayers. That's the thing. That's what they need most is the prayers. It's like and Sana. For those of you that do know Sana, she is very proactive, and she is not going to sit still without trying to find some way to help her husband more so than what she's already done. It's like it is not in her to just sit back and take what the doctors tell her with a grain of salt. She was like, nope. So yeah, it's a scary thing, but it's just nuts. But anyway, I told you an hour. It's been an hour and a half. So,
it's okay.
but anyway, anything. If somebody comes up to you on the street, somebody that you knew from your past, whatever, and says, "What did you do?" and they wanted to do the same thing. They wanted to get started to better their health. What would you tell them?
Well, first I would basically introduce them to ketogenic dieting, just the idea of cutting out the number one, the processed foods,
Mhm.
which can include basically anything in a package, I guess, if you want to broaden the spectrum of that. But just eliminating processed foods would be and the seed oil, get that out of your diet immediately. Um, and then just get some whole foods in, whole vegetables if you want them and can tolerate them and they're not
Mhm.
causing you issues. Definitely make meat a staple. Like meat should be a baseline staple in your diet, and just have a little bit of other stuff if you wish, on the side in moderation. But make meat the most nutrient, since it's the most nutrient dense food. You should be consuming that as much as you can because, well, let's just face it, we're all nutrient deprived. The soil that they're growing the vegetables from is depleted, completely depleted. The only reason they can even get anything to grow out of the soil is to douse it with chemicals heavily. Um, and so you got to keep that in mind. You're eating your healthy fruits and vegetables, but you're eating a lot of toxic stuff along with it that's soaked into the skin of the vegetables, came up from the soil of the chemically laden soil of the vegetables. Like, so you got to keep this stuff in mind. Where meat, like beef, cows have 4 chamber stomachs. They can filter out all the stuff from the grass that they eat and the grains that they eat, and you're just getting a cleaner product when you eat meat. So I would just that would be what I would say. Just make meat a staple. Try to restrict and eliminate certain things. Take things out of your diet. See how you feel. If you feel better, good. If not,
Yeah,
bring,
it's
bring
definitely baby steps.
yeah, bring things back in. Oh, maybe you can try this now and see how that affects you. Because once you take things out and leave them out for a little bit, then you'll realize that they really did affect you in a negative way because you'll bring them back in, you'll try to reincorporate them. Boom, something bad will happen, or you'll get a negative reaction, a very obvious, quick negative reaction because you've lost your tolerance to the toxin.
Hmm.
And so then you can sort of identify things. Oh, this was actually affecting me. Whereas if you're just constantly consuming little bits here and there all the time and all the time, your body just kind of grows numb to it all, and
Right.
you grow the tolerance. So yeah, those are my suggestions.
Yeah. And Jerry says, thanks and good night, everyone. Got a PJ party to go to next. Hope you can come to Amy's house at 7 tonight. Well,
I'll be there in my PJs.
it's 8 o'clock right now, so 7 Jerry's time. Everyone have a great evening and weekend. Eat meat, eat, then repeat, says Brian. Anyway, thank you so much, Dan. I know you saw my post that I didn't have anyone. You said, oh, come on. I appreciate that.
Thank you for having me. I
I
enjoyed
have
it.
quite a few lifesavers in my space, and it's great. So
Good,
I
good.
appreciate that. And congratulations again to you and Karen,
Thank
because
you.
I just think it's fantastic.
And we'll see Karen here on December 4th, I believe she's going to be
5th,
on with you.
December 5th,
Yeah.
Friday the 5th.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yep. You got from now till then to work on this internet.
Yeah, I think it's the camera, not necessarily the internet itself, but
Yeah, probably. Having multiple things hooked up. Yeah. Good night, all. Love you. We love you too, Nancy.
good night, Nancy.
But everybody in the chat, thank you for joining us. I'm sorry for those that just came in. The
Hope I didn't bore
replay
you too
is
much.
great. I'm sorry, what, Dan?
I said I hope I didn't bore the chatting
You
people.
are fine. You are so coming out of that. When I first met you over a year ago on the first live stream, you were so shy and was like, oh, I don't know. I don't want. And
Yeah.
it took some convincing to get you to come on and tell your story. In fact, while I was looking for the date, it was scheduled beforehand and we had to reschedule it because you weren't ready. It was like, nope, can't do it right now. Can't do it.
Dave Mack even asked me to come back and do another interview with him. I'm like, I'm just so shy about everything.
These are easy because they're recorded. They're
Yeah.
not live.
Yeah.
So then if anything happens, if there's any delay, he cuts it out.
Yeah.
He edits it, but he didn't have to edit any of ours. Sorry, it's all good. And I do very little editing on live streams. Obviously, none, because
Right.
you just can't. Otherwise, I would edit half of Brian's.
His goofiness.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I love him. He's great. Anyway, Sherry said, "Good night, all. Night, all. Good night, Sherry." Barbie says, "Stopping to say hi.
Oh,
Hello,
you're a little
Barbie.
late.
This is Lindy, Paleo Barbie. Her
Yeah,
name is Lindy.
I did
She's
a weight loss challenge with her and didn't lose any weight. I think I gained weight actually.
You got to do it again. Do it
Okay.
again. Try again. Anyway, everybody have a great night, and I will see you Wednesday with Brian. No live stream next Friday as it is the day after Thanksgiving, unless Brian and I pop in. We'll see. But probably taking the night off. Have a great Thanksgiving, but I will see you the day before. Good night,
Happy
everybody.
Thanksgiving. Good night, everybody.